Raising a child isn't just about teaching them to read, add, or behave at the table. It's about preparing them for a world that won't always be kind, fair, or predictable. True intelligence isn't measured solely by grades, but by the ability to make decisions, adapt, and protect oneself in real-life situations. This is where the concept of being street smart is born, having judgment, intuition, and practical skills for daily life. From a young age, children observe everything. They learn more from what they see than from what they are told. That's why the first step in raising strong, aware children is to lead by example. A parent who solves problems calmly, analyzes before acting, and shows respect for others is teaching a powerful lesson without words. It's not about raising children with fear, but with awareness. One of the fundamental pillars is teaching them to trust their instincts. Many times, children feel when something isn't right, but they ignore it because an adult has taught them not to exaggerate or be rude. However, developing that inner sense can be the difference between avoiding danger and falling into it. Telling them it's okay to walk away from an uncomfortable situation, even if it seems socially incorrect, is empowering them. Another key aspect is communication. Children must feel they can talk without fear of being immediately judged or punished. When a child knows they can tell their parents everything, even their mistakes, they are less likely to hide or make dangerous decisions in secret. Trust is not built in a day, but it can be destroyed in seconds. It's also important to teach them to identify risks. This doesn't mean scaring them with every possible danger, but helping them to think. For example, instead of saying don't talk to strangers, it's more effective to explain why and in what situations they should be alert. Asking questions like, what would you do if someone offered you something? Or, who would you go to if you felt you were in danger? Encourages their ability to react. Independence is another essential element. Many parents, out of love, do everything for their children. But overprotection can lead to insecurity. Allowing them to make small decisions, make mistakes, and learn from them strengthens their character. A child who knows how to solve simple problems will have more confidence to face bigger challenges. In today's world, street smarts also include the digital environment. Teaching them to protect their information, not to blindly trust what they see online. And to recognize suspicious behavior is as important as teaching them to cross the street. Danger is no longer just outside, it can also be on the screen. Finally, we must remember that every child is different. There is no perfect formula, but there are solid principles: communication, example, trust, and independence. Raising children prepared for the real world doesn't mean hardening them, but giving them the tools to navigate it with safety and judgment. Because in the end, the goal is not for them to always depend on us, but for them to be able to fend for themselves, even when we are not around.